Hey, this is Will, and today I want to talk about how you can tap into maximizing your concentration skills and be able to focus on any given task without resistance and procrastination. In my opinion, this is by far the most important skill to learn, because without being able to focus on an important task, how are you going to succeed in life? If you're someone who's unable to concentrate on a task for more than 5 minutes, this is because your mind is fundamentally broken. And it's not your fault, it's the endless amount of distractions we have with technology in today's society. You see, why would you want to do these important tasks when you have social media, TikTok, Instagram, watching TV, playing video games, watching porn, or whatever it is you feel like doing every day? You see, you have to be aware that the ego only wants to do what it feels like doing. And this is also the identity that you've constructed for yourself. But you see, it's easy to go ahead and blame technology for all your problems. You need to take some responsibility. You need to realize that you are the only person who can fix this broken mind of yours, the mind that you've constructed because you've been living life in easy mode. It's time to get out of your comfort zone, start living on your edge. I want to talk to you today about a concentration technique that has significantly improved my concentration skills. You're basically going to take these two fingers, put it onto your forehead, and really focus on the two touch points between your fingers and the tip of your forehead. And just bring all your awareness to these two touch points and just hold it there for as long as you can. Now, the very first time you do this, you're probably only going to be able to hold your awareness there for about 30 seconds before your mind starts to drift. But that's okay. I want you to just bring back that awareness and just continue to hold it there for as long as you can. It's like a muscle. You're going to progressively overload your concentration skills. Now, before we proceed with this concentration technique, I want to make it very clear that this is different to meditation. You see, I was someone who can meditate for a good hour, but I realized that this ended up becoming another one of my comfort zones, and I would use it as a rationalized excuse to get out of an important task. Every time I had to take massive action with something important, my ego mind would convince me that it's okay for me to meditate first for an hour before I then come back to this important task. I still had a lot of trouble focusing on something important, so I want to make it very clear that your ego mind will rationalize anything with you, especially if that task is considered good, but you have to call it out for what it is. It's a distraction. For me, because I went to the gym and I meditated often, this ended up becoming another one of my comfort zones. Whenever something hard would come up in my life, instead of me just focusing on it and concentrating and smashing it out, I would rationalize with myself, let's just meditate first. Let's go to the gym first, which are good. Look, these are good skills. I'm not saying these are bad skills, but I just want you to be aware that once you set up a skill that you're comfortable with and it becomes part of your identity, your ego will use it as a way to convince you to put off an important task. Just be aware of it. These are the tricks that the ego plays. All right, let's start this concentration technique. We're gonna have a bit of fun today. We're gonna pretend we're charging up the special beam cannon. So let's follow along. Let's put your finger on your forehead and start charging that special beam cannon for 5 minutes. Well done everyone. Look, if your arms got sore throughout this exercise, you can always switch. If you didn't make it to 5 minutes, that's okay. I know it's hard the first time, but I highly recommend you adding this to your daily CenturySet template. After consistently doing this for about a week, you will notice that 5 minutes will become relatively easy. At this point, I recommend you increase it slightly until you can get all the way up to 20 minutes. For me personally, this is where your concentration skills will really start to rewire itself in your mind, and then you'll be able to tap into flow states and deep work and be able to focus on any given task for a prolonged period of time. So let's add this to your CenturySet template and be one step closer to being the best version of yourself. Look, I get it. This technique is uncomfortable. And that's only because you've been living in this comfort zone for too long. So let's get out of this comfort zone and start living on your edge. Let's do this together, boys. We're all going to tap into the best versions of ourselves through the repetitions in that direction. Download a template below. We're all going to make it. Thanks for watching. Peace.